Hello guys, welcome to this video. So I will continue with the NECO Computer Studies Practicals 2024. For this video, I'm going to concentrate on question 2, which has to do with Microsoft Excel. So let's begin. The question says, use Microsoft Excel to perform the tasks in table 1.1, okay, which is the table here. So let's go to application. It says create table 1.1 with the specified headings. Okay, so first of all, what I'm going to do is to create a table. Okay, so let me go ahead to load my Microsoft Excel. Let me just let me see. Let me move this to the side, move them to the side. Yeah. So let me just create this table here. So I will have, so I think is from A, I think I have A. So I think we're done here. So what I'm going to do, first of all, let me just maximize this to be able to see everything. Now, if you look at the font here, you find out the font is, I think about Times New Roman. So I'm going to make the font, my own font, to be Times New Roman. Mine is Aptos Narrow, but I'm going to make it Times New Roman. So I'm going to select everything and then find Times New Roman, Times New Roman. Yes, just make everything Times New Roman. That's the first thing I want to do. The next thing I want to do is to make sure that my table looks like what we have here. So if you look at the quantity sold, you find out the quantity is up and then sold is down, something like that. And everything is center aligned, right? Another thing is the price per unit is in dollars. So let me just first of all put that price per unit. Let me just make sure everything shows. Double click in between, yes. And then price per unit, I need to have dollars in bracket there. So shift 4, then close, and then double click in between D and E column. All right. So let me first of all, I will make everything to be center aligned for now. If there's any need to make it to be other alignment, I will do that. Okay, so if you look at quantity sold in the question, it is actually uses 2 lines basically. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to double click in here. There are a couple of methods we can do that actually. So I can click in there and then go to wrap and then adjust the width, and then it falls down, and then you need to also move down the row, right? Good. So let's look at price per unit. Price per unit, units and dollar sign, they are all below. So another way you can do that is simply to click on where you want to break. You hold down your Alt key and then enter. That will move it down to the next line, right? Good. What's the next one? The next one is customer name. So name is below. So I'm going to use wrap text here for it. So I just click. Just want to show you the methods you can use to do all those, right? Annual sales, the same thing. I will use the wrap, and then yeah. Okay, what's the next thing? Then report. Okay, so if you look at the report here also, milk, rain, reds, wale or something. It's actually, the wall is down, right? So I probably might do the same thing right there. So use the wrap text and then move it a little further, then increase that. Okay, now, and then this one is left aligned actually. It's actually left aligned. Let me see. Okay, so the text, you're going to make the text to be left aligned. So let me just make sure that all the texts are left aligned instead of, center aligned. So I will leave the numbers, numeric values to be center aligned. Okay, so just to be perfect, let me just have the borders around. Okay. All right. So let me see one more time. I wouldn't think if they are bold or something. I wouldn't think so. I'll just leave it like this. Okay. Okay. So we've been able to create the table. Okay. So the table has been created as specified with the headings specified. So let's look at II, embolden and italicize the headings. Okay, so let's go to the headings, all the headings here. I want to embolden them and italicize them, right? So that's cool. That done. Now I type 4 commodities of your choice to fill the commodity column. Okay, so let's type commodity of our choice to fill the commodity column. So let's see. So since we have milk here, we can have basically something like groceries. So milk, after milk I can have Milo. I can have something like sugar. Sugar. After sugar, what else? Let's have coffee, maybe. After coffee, I can have oat right there. Oat. Is that spelling of oat? I don't even know. Let me use another thing. So I don't write. Let's what else? Let me just put spoon in there. I don't know. Let's just have spoon. All right. So that has been populated, right? So type 4 commodities, which I've done now. So IV says fill in the quantity sold. Fill in the quantity sold column with numbers of your choice ranging from 6 to 10. Okay, quantity sold from 6 to 10. Is it inclusive or something? Whatever. No, quantity sold. So I can have 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so it has to be between 6 to 10. Fill in a quantity sold. Am I sure? Yes, quantity sold, yes. With numbers of your choice ranging from 6 to 10. Okay, so that's done. So V in price per unit column. So let's see price per unit column. Okay. Price per unit column. Type in the price of your choice ranging from 500 to 5,000. Okay. So I'm going to have here. So let me start with 500. Ooh, 500, yeah. And then I'll do 1,000 here. I'll do 1,500, something like that here. Probably 2,000. 2,000 here, something like that. Okay. So I think that should be fine. At least it's between 500 and 5,000. So that done. Okay. So VI, change the dollar. Change the dollar sign to Naira sign. Okay, so let's see how we can do that. So I'm going to go in there. I'm going to remove the dollar sign. Okay. Then go to insert and then go to symbols. So you want to see, so you see that Naira is already here. But for some reason, because I've used Naira before actually, for some reason, if you can't find Naira, you can just go here. You want to click on, you want to go to, I think, what is it? Currency, yes, currency symbols. So just click on currency symbols and then you should be able to get to, you should be able to find Naira somewhere there. Okay, so I think it's around. So when you click on currency symbols, oops, I've already passed that. Where are you? So let me just click currency symbols one more time. Where is it? Just trying to show you, just in case if you cannot find it so easily, that is the fastest way to do that. So in this drop down, you find currency symbol and then click there. It will take you down immediately to where the currency symbols are. Okay, good. So that's how to do that. So within here, okay, here you can find an Naira here. Okay, so let me just use that. I will insert that right there. So and close. Okay, so change the dollar sign. Okay, so we've done that, which is the VI. So the VII, type in the full name of your friends to fill the customer name column. Note, full name should be the surname and the first name. So we're expecting two names right there. So I'm gonna start with some of my students. Let me just write some of my students' name. So let me say Divine Denwa, right? And then the next one will be Okpe Mepo, Ajadi. They will be surprised if they see this video. The next one will be Ryan Kazaz, if I'm not mistaken. Probably his name probably might be wrong. So the next one will be who else? Okay, Hanaya Singh. Good. Okay, so these are the names of my friends, even though they're my students. Okay, so let's see. So this done. So VII, type 2000 all through in the annual sales column. Okay, the annual sales column. Let's type 2000 all through annual sales column. So probably just bring down this and then everything to 1000. Okay, so that's done. IX in the report column, combine the commodity in each row and its corresponding customer's name to form your report as shown in table 1.1. Combine the commodity, okay, in each row and its corresponding customer's name. Okay, so the commodity, so you find out that for this report, milk, which is a commodity, is combined with this rain rate wale, okay, to form this. So now I'm going to how do I do this? Okay, so let me see. So there are a couple of ways probably I could figure out this. So if I select everything here and then press Ctrl E, that should be able to do everything for me right away. Okay, that should be able to like look at this and then follow the pattern and then pull out here the milk and then the rain rate and then do the same thing for each of them. You can actually use that method. So what I did was, first of all, since the first one has been done for me, I can just select everything in here and then hold down control and then pressing E, and then that should be able to pull in everything just the way it was done in the first row, right? So that's another way to do that. So let me undo. Another way you can do it is using the concatenate function or concat. So I will use equals, let me use concat. Okay, it's already suggested here for me. Okay, so the text that I want to be represented here is in this B4. So I'm going to have comma. Since I want space after Milo, I'm going to have space and then have what's it called, quotation mark, and then space again, another quotation mark, and then space again, and then comma. And then what else do I want? The text, another text that I want. I want divine demo here, so I can close my bracket and then okay. So that will pull it for me. All right. So that's how to do that. So you can now pull down your formula, and then the rest will be done for you. So if you check here, you find out that everything is actually, everything has been done, and then the space in between them are all consistent. All right, they are all consistent. So one thing I will do, as you can see, most of these, like if from here to here, contains a formula actually. You can leave it like that, or you can, if you want to get rid of the formula, what I will do is just I will select everything here. I'll go on the line on this what's it called, the green line around the selection. You want to right click, move it out, and then move it back again. Then an option will come out for you to copy. Now you can choose to copy here as value. So I'll just click right there, and then the formulas will leave, and what I have here will just be only values. You understand what I mean? Okay. So whichever way you choose to do it is fine. So, but one thing I would like to do is actually to wrap the whole of this text, first of all, and then shift them such that Wale can come down here. So you probably might have to adjust each row to be able to make sure that all the names are visible. Okay, making sure that all the names are visible. So let me just make all of them left aligned. The same thing with here, making everything here left aligned. Okay, so whichever method that works for you is fine. I believe there are, you know, different ways to do different things or the same thing. There are different ways to do the same thing actually. Okay, so but these are the ways I was able to come up with, or I know. All right, so in fact, let me just give space here. Let me just have, I like to have a bit of space up and to the side. Let me just insert here. Yes, I like my work to be at the middle, at least not being at the edge. Okay. All right, so that's about that. So we've been able to achieve the IX, right? Now, X says insert a new column between the quantity sold and price per unit column with its heading as reg number, all right? So quantity sold and price per unit, I need to insert a column. Quantity sold and price per unit, quantity sold and price per unit. So I need to insert a column in between. So I'm going to go to price per unit, right click on the column letter, and then go to insert, and then I'm going to have a new column right there. So I don't know if I have to rename this A, B, C, D, E, F, I don't know. And I don't know if it is actually the, what's it called, the column heading. I can't tell, but I probably will leave it like that. I don't know. Okay, because if it's the column heading, it should be able to also, they should be able to leave the row numbers, but I don't think they did so. So I'll leave it that way. Okay. Right. So let's see. Let's continue. Insert a new row. Okay. So which means, okay, reg number. Let me give you the name reg number right there. Reg num. Okay. Reg num. Fill the new column with your registration number all through and italicize. Okay, so let's fill up. So you can just go ahead to put your reg number. So my reg number here can be 0, whatever. Then I can have ng, ng something like that as my reg number. So I can just, replicate that. Probably right align it, if that's okay. Yeah. Okay, so that makes up my reg number. Okay, so I think it's supposed to be italicized. Let me be sure. Italicized. So let me just make sure it's in italic. All right. Okay. XII, calculate the total quantity sold using cell references and state the formula used. Okay, the total quantity sold. quantity, where is quantity? Quantity sold, total quantity sold, okay? So it means that down here, I'm going to have total, okay? So I'm going to store my total here. So I'm going to use equals sum, the sum function, and I'm going to select everything here. So this is the total quantity sold. Okay, right. I'm going to also format here to here because I need to add a reference, or let me just use cell reference or formula. Which one will I use now? Either cell reference, or you can use cell ref. Let me call it cell ref. Or you can use formula as the name, because I want to actually have the formula down here. So what I'm going to do is I'll copy this formula here and then paste it here. Okay, so of course when you paste the formula, of course it will always give you the value, but what you want is for the formula, the cell reference that you use to be there. So what I'm going to do is I'll go to the formula bar and just put a single quotation mark right there and then enter. So that will actually leave the formula right there instead of the value. Okay. The question never indicated I should make this bold, but I'm going to leave it as bold because this one is from me. Okay. Now, so that is done already. Sorry, this one is done. That is XII. I calculate the total quantity sold using cell references and state the formula used. So I already saved the formula used. Okay. Instead of writing cell reference, let me say formula used, maybe formula used in here. So I can just have it right there. Maybe make it text wrap, move it down a bit. I think this is okay. All right. So the next one says, print out the hard copy of your work in landscape format. So let's go ahead to print our work. Now, it is important to always save your progress. So for some reason, I did not save my progress, and that's a huge mistake. So before you start working, it is important for you to save your work and then continue to save your progress. Of course, you never know, power could be an issue. So I'm going to go ahead to save my work, and I will save it in desktop, and then in the folder NECO, Mr. Ike. Right, I will save it here. Call it my name, Mr. Ike. Excel, something like that. Excel work, something like that. So you want to save it. Make sure you save your work. Okay. So we can go ahead and print our work, and then remember to have it in landscape. So I'll go to File and go to Print, and then of course. Here it is in portrait, so we need to make it landscape here. Make it landscape here, and everything is showing pretty well. Now, for some reason, these labels here, A, B, C, D, E, I decided to leave it. I don't think it might be needed, but the question didn't specify, to be honest. So you can choose to remove the letter rows, right? So if I go ahead now to remove this particular row, which I wouldn't think it might be needed, I don't know. Okay, so the question never said so that's why I left it, but I think logically it's supposed to be like this. This is how it's supposed to be. Okay, so I think this is how your work should end up being, right? Printing in landscape format. Okay, but for some reason I think it's necessary to actually leave the letters. Maybe they want to be sure that you actually added the range number for some reason. So for me, if I'm a student, this is how my work is going to look like. Okay, because if the A, B, C, D, E, F, if they are column letters, there should be an equivalent row numbers by the side. But of course, this number here, they are actually the serial number, not necessarily row number. Okay, so for me, finally, I think what I'm going to do is to leave my work the way it looks here. So you can just go ahead and print your work. Okay? Now, let's look at other questions here. So as you can see, we have other theoretical questions. State 2, precautions taken while performing the task in 2A. Write short note on the following as related to Microsoft Excel. Wrap text, alignment, and concatenation. Okay? Oh, they even asked about concatenation. Wow, that's quite something. Okay. I'd already done most of this, right? So where is it? So I think this is it here. Yes. So the 2B, is that 2B? Let me see. Yeah. 2BI and 2BII. So you can see the answers that I was able to produce. Okay. I'm actually surprised to see the concatenation actually. Okay. That's about it, I suppose. I will leave the finished work, the folder, the whole of the folder. I will leave a link for you to be able to download these, and even a question, for you to also practice by yourself. Okay. So I think that's about it for this video. So in the next video, I'm going to be looking at the number three of this paper. All right. So thank you very much, guys. I will see you in the next one. Bye.